sorry to put you all through this, but apparently Donald Trump is about to sue the federal government over the search at Mar-a-Lago. He released this huge statement on Truth Social. We've just filed a motion, U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida, strongly asserting my rights, including under the Fourth Amendment to our Constitution, regarding the unnecessarily, unwarranted, and un-American break-in by dozens of FBI agents and others of my home at Mar-a-Lago. Trump, first off, this wasn't unwarranted. They got a warrant signed by a judge, presented evidence by the Department of Justice and the Attorney General Merrick Garland, and executed with evidence presented to him by the director of the FBI. So this wasn't unwarranted or unconstitutional. And this wasn't a break-in. They had a search warrant and they executed it. They demanded that the security cameras be turned off, a request we rightfully denied. They prevented my attorneys from observing what was being taken in the raid, saying absolutely not. They took documents covered by attorney-client and executive privilege, which is not allowed. They took my passports, they even brought a safecracker, and successfully broke into my personal safe, which revealed nothing. Trump, they had a search warrant. And more to the point, if they demanded the security cameras be turned off, why don't you release the footage? As you keep threatening to say you're going to release the footage. You keep saying you're going to release the security footage of the search. You haven't yet. And as for your attorneys observing it, you're lying. They were with them every step of the way. You're lying. They took documents. Documents of attorney-client privilege. What are the documents, Trump? Are we talking about court cases? Are we talking about lawsuits? And for executive privilege, what exactly is executive privilege? Are you talking about executive privilege as in you being the head of Trump Co. or Trump Industries or whatnot? Or are we talking about what's already been settled, you having privilege as President of the United States, which you no longer have? They took your passports, okay? They returned your passports. They brought a safecracker. Why aren't they supposed to? Enough, Trump. But it gets worse. We are now demanding that the Department of Justice, he's got justice in quotation marks, be instructed to immediately stop the review of documents illegally seized from my home. All documents have been previously declassified. Trump, if that were true, if these documents that the FBI took were declassified, prove it. You can't just waltz into a room and say, I want this, that, and that right now without any paper trail. So if there is paper trail, produce the papers. If not, you're fucked. Period. But it just, and it just gets worse. We are demanding the appointment of a special master to oversee the handling of materials taken in the raid. Now, here's the thing. In U.S. law, a special master, for those of you who don't know, and I'm not talking to you like you're stupid, please don't misunderstand me. A special master is generally a subordinate official appointed by a judge to make sure judicial orders are actually followed, or in the alternative, to hear evidence on behalf of the judge and make recommendations to the judge as to the dispensation of the matter. The special master should not be confused with the traditional common law concept of a master, a judge of a high court entrusted to deal with summary and administrative matters falling short of a full trial. Trump, I don't think you understand what that means. A special master isn't the person who you're going to be able, who's going to just rubber stamp you saying that, okay, they did wrong, Trump's innocent, blah, 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 let's move on. A special master is appointed by a judge to make sure the evidence and the warrant in this particular case was valid. And in this particular case, it was. I really don't think you know what the law is, Trump. Oh God. But honestly, it just gets even 10 times worse. We are furthering demanding that the DOJ be forced to turn over a real, without plants, inventory of my property that was taken and disclose where the property is now located. We are demanding that all items wrongfully taken in my home be immediately returned. Trump, again, if you say that the FBI agents were there who planted evidence on you at Mar-a-Lago, prove it. Show us the footage that you say you didn't shut off the surveillance camera on. Show us the footage that you say the cameras were still on. Show us that they did plant it. I'm sure you got evidence of that. Show it to us. Go on Truth Social and show it to us. Download it online, show it to us. Until you do, you're full of shit. And the DOJ is not going to turn over a fucking thing unless it is truly declassified, until it is proven to be declassified. So you can let that alone. Anyway, we are the wrongful overboard warrant was signed by a magistrate judge who accused himself just 2 months ago from a major lawsuit that I filed because of his bias and animus towards me. The judge in question he mentioned was Judge Bruce Reinhardt. And the lawsuit that Donald Trump mentioned was a lawsuit between him and Hillary Clinton. Yeah, that Hillary Clinton. Now, of course, he wrote this explanation as to why he recused himself. He said that to whom the above styled created is signed hereby recuses himself and refers the case to the clerk of courts for reassignment pursuant to 28 U.S. Code subsection 455. Now, that according to that specific code, any justice, judge, or magistrate judge of the United States shall disqualify himself in which his impartiality might reasonably be questioned. So he reasonably walked away from that case. He walked away because he didn't know if he could be impartial. And in my case, in my view, he did the right thing. Because doing right now, Donald Trump is trying to smear mud on him because he walked away. That's all Donald Trump does. And obviously, it's pure cowardice in his book. Anyhow, it gets worse. In the last two comments, oh boy. This Mar-a-Lago break-in, search and seizure was illegal and unconstitutional, and we are taking all actions necessary, to get the documents back, which we have given to them without the necessity of the despicable raid on my home, so that I can give them to the National Archives until they are required for the future. Donald Trump Presidential Library and Museum. You fucking just ending it. I will never stop fighting for the American people and the rule of law in our country. Make America great again. You know, wow. Trump, the ego on this thing. Now, I could get with you on a lot of this, except for the fact that you had to spring in that last moment of egotism in the last comment when you said that that these documents will be available for the future Donald Trump Presidential Library. Trump, there is not going to be a presidential library for you. What really bothers me about people like you at this point, this stage of the game, is that you have plenty of opportunities to prove that the search was illegal. You have plenty of opportunity to prove that the search was unconstitutional. You had plenty of opportunities to prove that the FBI did plant evidence against you. And to this very moment, even considering the fact you have that piece of shit app called Truth Social, you have not produced a fucking thing proving anything in this statement of yours. Trump, enough is enough. You had plenty of opportunity to prove everything you said in this statement. You have not done so. And every time you open your mouth about this, you are fucking yourself in the ass. And every time your supporters, like a jackass who threatened to kill me not 24 hours before this video was released, every time these idiots want to believe your bullshit, and actually do believe your bullshit, is making them look 10 times worse. Enough. Enough is enough. You're going to prison one way or another, Trump. If it's not by the hand of the DOJ, it's going to be by your own fucked up hand and the own fucked up hand of your attorneys that are lying every single second they go on television. Now, you really want to do this country a favor? You really want to make America great again? You really want to fight for the American people and the rule of law that you Republicans claim to cherish? Tell the truth. You stole those documents. They were classified. You didn't get authorization to take them. You took them, and God knows what you were planning to do with them. We're not going to go there yet, but sooner or later, we're going to go there, and your ass will be on trial for fucking treason. And you better thank the good Lord that I'm not the one trying that case, because I would go for death. And trust me, I won't be merciful when that sentence is carried out. You're going to prison, Trump. It's too bad that your dumbass supporters, like the idiot who threatened to kill me, won't believe it and won't see it coming until it's already too late. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.